Hey, welcome back to Sonic Adventure 2. In this episode, we're going to go ahead and do some space missions. We're going to go ahead and start with 100 Rings of Eternal Engine. This is going to be a hard one because Eternal Engine is particularly difficult, so this is going to be a hard one. We're going to do our best, though. So let's try our best to try to do this without getting hit, which is going to be a difficult time, but you know what? I think we're entirely capable of handling it. As long as we take our time slow and steady without making any silly mistakes. That's not a good start. Yeah, if we can maintain our composure and not make any silly mistakes like we just did a second ago, I feel like we will be just fine. So let's go ahead and do that. That's the thing with Tails and Eggman stages, is that on paper they're really not all that difficult. It's really just a matter of whether the lock-on targeting will actually, lock on and target your enemies the way you want them to, which they always don't do that the way you want them to, but that's okay, we'll be fine. Just destroy everything. Hello there, Mr. Guy, I'm going to destroy your face, 'cause I don't like you. Is there anything in there? Anything in those boxes? There's nothing there. But that's okay, just gonna get some rings. It's pretty great. I would say Eternal Engine is one of my favorite songs in the whole game, so I'm gonna be singing to it because that's just how I am. I'm just gonna sing to the music, cause that's what I like to do. There's a Chao box there, but I'm not concerned. Not gonna grab that Chao box, cause I don't need to grab that Chao box. We are not going to worry about going immediately to the Chao Garden by grabbing that box, but I'm going to go ahead and grab that animal, because why the heckles not? Because why the heckles not? I don't see what would be wrong with grabbing that. So that's what we will be doing. We're already at 42 rings, which is a pretty good number. Let's try to see if we can grab any more of them. Is there any rings back here? Nope, there ain't no nothing back there. Can you press down the switch? If you could press down the switch, I'd be much pleased. If you actually cooperated with me and pressed down the switch, that would be wonderful. If you actually did what I wanted you to. Oh no, there's a robot there. There's a robot there. Is there an animal here? No, there's no animals here. There's a switch here though, which is exactly what we like to see. We like to see switches, because the switches allow us to climb on top of platforms and keep them upwards. There's a 10 right there, so we're doing pretty well. We're going to start having a more difficult time once we start encountering these frickin' blue robots. That's when we're going to start having a more difficult time, is with these blue robots. But I feel like we'll be fine, as long as, again, we take it slow and steady. I feel like we will be fine if we're just careful. But then again, who is to say, my friend? Hello there, animal. I will go ahead and grab you, 'cause why not? Is this gonna rise? It's not gonna rise. It's just a place you can hold off and be safe. It's pretty great. 20 rings. Okay, so we're pretty close now. We're at 85 rings. So let's try to, not get hurt in a silly way. That'd be fantastic. It'd be fantastic if we didn't get hit in a silly way. But this section is going to be hell in a handbasket, there is no doubt. This section is gonna suck. I'm gonna die a painful death. There is no doubt that I am gonna die. But as long as we just keep on inching forward, I feel like we'll be okay if we just keep on inching forward. So just keep on inching. Don't go too fast. Don't go too fast. There we go. Perfect. That's what I like to see. Now, what's our score going to be? That's the big question. A B? That's not bad. That's not a bad score. I'll take a B. I will gladly take a B. Now, what else haven't we done? Let's see, what else haven't we done? We haven't done Crazy Gadget. Let's go ahead and do Crazy Gadget. Collect 100 of those rings in Crazy Gadget. But as we know about Sonic stages, that collecting 100 rings in Sonic stages isn't particularly difficult. So let's just go ahead and ignore these robots because I don't care about these robots. They can exist, but I don't care. I'm not really concerned about them. So let them be robots. I don't care. They can exist if they want to. Get these rings that are on the ceiling and destroy the entire world. Now, I'm assuming there's probably going to be a box or something around here. Nope, there's not, actually, as a matter of fact. There's no boxes or anything around here. Hello there, Mr. Robot. I'm going to go ahead and kill ya, if you don't mind too much. I'm just going to destroy your face. Hello there, my rings. Gonna go ahead and grab those rings all day. That's the thing with, again, Sonic stages, is that there are rings aplenty in these stages, so I am not particularly concerned. Whoa, no, no, no! Destroy those robots. Destroy those robots. Now, I'm pretty sure there is something down here. Am I going crazy? Am I insane? Is there not a bubble down here? That's what I thought. Okay, I kind of figured there was a bubble down here. Okay, so I was right to think that. Hello there, rail. Gonna go ahead and go on that rail so I can actually continue here. Now there are some rings here. Thank you, my friend. Somehow I went through that crack without rolling, which is kind of crazy town. Already at 91 rings, so we're doing pretty well here. Is this gonna give us all the rings we need now? No, we're missing one ring. We need a singular ring. Did we miss a ring somewhere? Because I can't help but feel like we should have 100 at this point. I can't help but feel like we should have 100 at this point, but I'm not entirely sure. Well, there's our 100th right there, so I suppose we can go ahead and grab that 100th ring right there. There we go.
Yes!
And there's our A right there.
Cool!
Fantastic. Okay, what else haven't we done? Let's see what else we haven't done here. Have we done everything except for Colony's Core? I think we've done everything except for Colony's Core at this point. So let's go ahead and look and see if there's anything else we haven't done. I think we've done everything except for Colony's Core. So let's go ahead and do Colony's Core, which is going to be a hard one, but nothing we can't handle. We actually got an A on Colony's Core in the first mission, which is kind of cool. Colony's Core, collect 100 rings.
System alert. System alert.
Now, I'm not entirely sure how difficult this is going to be. I don't know if all the rings are going to be easy to reach. I am not entirely sure if the rings are going to be easy to get to in this stage. I don't remember where all the rings are. That's something for sure, is that I don't know where all the rings are. But I suppose we'll figure it out. Suppose we'll find rings as we just continue. That's what we'll do. We'll just find rings as we go. Get out of here, Mr. Guy. I don't need you. I don't need you in my face. I want you gone. Hello there, robots. Just gonna go ahead and destroy you as I go down this elevator. That's what I like to do, is go down elevators and destroy robots. Turn on the thing and slow down time, except I'm freezing time. Alright, well, over here we go. Go ahead and land on the thing. Is there anything behind me? I can't look behind me. That is not something I can do. I cannot look behind me. Which is kind of unfortunate, but that is okay. Oh no, a giant robot. Whatever shall I do about a giant robot? No, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Thank you. There's a little animal over there, but I'm not going to worry about that little animal. I'm not particularly concerned about that little animal. Okay, hopefully I don't mess this up too badly. Hopefully we can actually maintain our composure and get the rings that we need to get in this stage without failing too miserably. But it's easier said than done, I suppose. So let's go ahead and do this, this, and this. We have 42 rings. You landed a little bit closer to me than I wanted you to there, guy. Landed a little bit too close for comfort, may I say. Might I say you landed next to me a little bit too close for comfort. Now it's my turn to destroy the world and everything inside. Go for it, Eggman. Go for it, my friend. Now, I do like Eggman's Walker a lot better than Tails. It seems like Eggman's Walker is a lot more, a lot easier to control than Tails's is. I'm not entirely sure why that is, but it sure seems like it is for some reason. Who's to say why? Now, I don't know how to do this without losing all my rings. There we go. Dang, dude, that took a lot longer than it had to. That took a lot longer than it had to, that whole nonsense. Okay, so this should be a lot easier now. This should be a lot easier now that that's taken care of. Because that section was a pain in the ass. That section was a serious pain in the ass. I had to restart multiple times because of that double blue robot section. Which I am not a big fan of, but that's okay. Not a big deal. We still managed somehow or another. I am not gonna mess this up. I refuse to mess this up. So we are gonna do this the way it's meant to be done. We are gonna go ahead and do this the smart way. So let's go ahead and do this the smart way. So let's go ahead and get up here. Float. Float, float, float. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. And go here. There we go. Okay. Be careful. You're at 91 rings. Don't mess it up. Don't make any stupid mistakes now that you're at 91 rings. 97 rings. So don't be stupid. Be smart. And don't mess anything up. All will be well as long as you just keep up what you're doing. I got a bubble, which is going to help. A bubble is going to help significantly. This section is going to be a little bit insane, but since we have a bubble, I feel like we're pretty safe to just go ahead and fly downward at the speed of sound, which is exactly what I'm going to do, is just fly downward at the speed of sound. Okay, very good. Just what I like to see. And there's our final rings right there. Fantastic. Very good. And we got an A on it. Look at that. Fan-freaking-tastic. I wouldn't have expected to get an A on that, but we did a damn good job, so we got an A anyways, which is just fantastic. Now, the last thing we're going to do in this video is we're going to go to the Chao Garden now that we have a full inventory on hero items. But hey, look at that, guys. At long last, we have finished off every single 100 coins mission, 100 rings mission in the game. So starting next time, we are going to start out by doing the Lost Chao missions. But the first thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to try to get the Mystic Melody for all of the characters. So I'm going to have to look up online to see exactly where all the Mystic Melody locations are, because I'm not actually sure where they all are. So we're going to have to do that starting next episode. Okay, well, let's see. Who do I want to give these to? Let's go ahead and give these to our good friend Rusty. Rusty, I got some stuff for you here, buddy. Go ahead and take some delicious, delicious nutrients. Hopefully you appreciate this. I'd give these to Sun Sun, but the problem is that Sun Sun I feel like is getting a little bit too far gone on the hero side of things. So I don't want to give him too much in the hero region, because I want him to turn into a Sonic Chao. That's what I want him to turn into. I don't want him to turn into a hero run Chao. That's not what I want him to turn into. But unfortunately, I feel like that's a pretty good likelihood that that's probably going to wind up happening. But it's kind of what my goal is to avoid. But we're just going to have to see. Where is this other ape? There you are. There you are, buddy roll. Go ahead and take this here ape. Level up that power of yours. There we go, little buddy. Alright, go ahead and take this nut as well. I know you like to eat this nut. I know you'll like this nut. There you go, little buddy. Take the nut and eat the nut all day long. You know, I might give you a second nut for the simple fact that you're so close. No, maybe you don't want a second nut. considering you're throwing away that first nut, so maybe you don't want a second nut. But I would give you a second one to level up your stamina even further, but you know what? I'm gonna force feed you a second nut because you're so close to leveling up your stamina. Nope, you don't want it. Okay. I won't give it to you if you don't want it. But all right, guys, that is where I'm going to go ahead and call today's video. So thank you for watching this episode. I really, really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy it. I will see you guys next time when, again, we start out by looking for the Mystic Melody for all the characters so we can actually start doing the Lost Chow missions. But as always, guys, I really do appreciate you watching. It truly, truly does mean the whole world to me. I will see you guys in the next episode.